Hey everybody, Jake here from Bearded Gear, and I have a package to open. Surprise, surprise, I've been doing a lot of that lately. I just did 3 other unboxings in this shirt, looking exactly like I do now, so don't be mad if, I did them together. Spoiler alert. Anyways, I'm really excited about this. I've been waiting a couple weeks for this. I knew that I was going to be when I placed this order. There was a backlog on it, but this is a holster for, let me just get the safety check out of the way right now, my Smith & Wesson M&P Shield 9. This is always difficult to do for the camera, but we are clear in there. And these are snap caps. They are not real rounds. We're clear. There's no live ammo anywhere near me. That's the only mag we're working with. Anyway, this is a holster for that. I am about to start my paperwork in the next couple of days to apply for a concealed carry permit here in LA County, which is weird to even be saying because typically for the entire time that I've lived in LA County, they haven't been issuing them to anybody for any reason unless you were like a judge or like an AIRB list celebrity. From the way I understood it, that's typically the only people they'd issue them to. If you went on the site before, there was even like a disclaimer, like we're not gonna, there's none are being issued, don't fill it out. Was basically what I remember it saying. Now, supposedly, they're starting to issue some. It's been happening. I'm hoping it continues to happen, and I will be applying and trying to do that. So that's the reason why I picked up this subcompact for myself. I did an unboxing of this the day that I got it. This is, in my opinion, in California, where we have a roster which is super prohibitive in terms of what firearms you can buy. It's the best subcompact 9mm on the market, in my opinion. Compared to everywhere else where they don't have that roster, it wouldn't be the one that I'd pick anymore. But for here, it's as good as it's going to get for me. So in here we have a holster for it. I'm an appendix in waistband carry kind of guy. I have a pretty good appendix in waistband set up for my Glock 23. For my SIG P226, I don't have an appendix in waistband holster. I just feel like it's size-wise a little bit bigger than I'd realistically carry appendix in waistband, but maybe one day, I don't know. I do have an OWB holster, strong side. I'm left-handed for that firearm, which I got from this same company. This is from ANR Designs, ANR, and basically I got turned on to this company because somebody that I follow on Instagram, I'm drawing a blank on his name at the moment, but he's also left-handed. I think he's got some SIGs and some CZs, and he's got a few firearms that are not just Glocks, right? And he posts a lot of photos of his very cool firearms collection and oftentimes what he's carrying, and he's left-handed, and a lot of those guns are not just like off-the-shelf left-handed holsters everywhere. There tends to not be left-handed off-the-shelf holsters anywhere anyways, but anyway, because he was getting some lefty stuff from them, I checked out ANR first through their Instagram, and then I was shopping for a holster at the time for my SIG. I got the OWB rig, which I'll be reviewing soon. I just, frankly, with COVID and how infrequently I get to the range, I haven't been able to like put enough actual range time in with it. I've done a lot of dry firing at home, but anyways, there will be a full review on that soon. And I really like that holster. I've enjoyed it quite a lot. So it was kind of a no-brainer for me that I would go ahead and go with them for a left-handed in the waistband holster for this guy, which is very difficult to find, a left-handed in the waistband holster. Especially like it's more comfortable ordering it from a company I already know I like, when it can just be a little bit of a gamble not being able to like try something on, you know what I mean? So I'm hoping this goes really well. We'll see. But here's the holster. I just went with black. I didn't need anything flashy here. I've already got the OD green frame on the gun. This is their appendix and waistband with a concealment wing. So this basically this portion here is designed to press up against your waistband, basically, and pivot the holster kind of inward this way, which in turn, oh, that's good retention right off the bat, in turn is going to pull the grip in toward my body, right? So it's going to lay a little bit more flush against me, which is important to me because that's typically right here, in my experience, on an appendix and waistband holster, is going to be the spot that prints the most. And so by pulling it inward, it keeps it from printing as much. I'm probably not the first person to explain that to you if you're looking at holsters, but maybe I am. So to me, the concealment wing was kind of important. Another thing that's interesting, it actually comes with a second, looks like shorter, yeah. So it comes with a second component that, let me just get it out of here. You can replace the actual like point of that wing and make it a little bit shorter, a little bit less tall, so it won't be quite as aggressively. Let's see if I can show that. Yeah, so replacement to make that sit a little bit lower on here, thus pulling it into you a little bit less aggressively, which is cool. I didn't realize it shipped with an extra piece like that. So let's check this out. Basically, we have one kind of polymer clip. I've had these exact same clips on a number of holsters before. They work fine for me. I've also had the ones that are like 2 split, narrow ones. With how small this holster and this firearm are, I felt like the one clip was sufficient. I also prefer actual clips to soft loops myself. That's just my preference. You're allowed to not, but I do. And yeah, this is nice and thin. I like the profile. It fits real well. That's a good positive click. I like that. Drawing feels right. I guess it is just the tiniest bit. Not really, actually. I think I was moving the clip. Yeah, the gun itself in the holster doesn't seem to be wobbling at all. Yeah, that was the clip that I was pressing up against here. But yeah, that's nice, solid retention. Like that. It's not coming out of there. It does look as well like where this concealment wing attaches. I can probably tighten this even more if I wanted it to be even stiffer, because those are those rubber spacers in there. So that might be able to tighten it down just a little more. But I mean, this should function pretty well. I like the height of the sweat guard up here. This, frankly, with this being not the 2.0 and not being such aggressive stippling, and having this nice sweat guard here, this might even be comfortable to carry without an undershirt, just up against my body. We'll see. Maybe not. I'm kind of hairy. Maybe that's TMI for you. But yeah, I like this. I like the size of it. This feels, with the holster on it particularly, so much more compact than my Glock 23. It's just, obviously this gun is a subcompact, whereas that's a compact. This is meant to be thinner. It's a single stack. It's all that stuff, but it's striking me in the moment how much smaller this whole package seems with the holster on it. So that's pretty sweet. I'm liking this. So yeah, this is gonna turn into me doing some dry firing here at home, and then hopefully this next week I'm going to be getting to the range. I'm hoping that that'll be actually at a family-owned spot where I'll be out on some land and can do some actual kind of static firing drills from the holster, which would be really nice. Put some reps in with this. I need to start training with it if the goal is ultimately for me to carry with it. So that'll be happening soon, and then I'll be doing a full review on it when the time comes, but it's probably going to be a little bit because I want to get some experience in with it before I do that. But yeah, first impressions right out of the box. I'm liking this. I'm impressed with it. I already knew that I trusted their work over there, so I'm not shocked that I like it, but I'm happy that I went through them. And they do have an option as well, I should say. I waited a couple weeks for this one because I wasn't particularly in a huge rush to get it. But I think they do offer like a rush order option where you can pay a little more. They bump it towards the front of the line. But it was only a couple of weeks. I want to say, actually I've got my receipt here that came in with it. So yeah, for this holster, I paid $68.99. So $69. After shipping, it was $77.49. So I feel like for a custom holster, left-handed, in the configuration I wanted, that's pretty freaking reasonable. I'm fine with that cost equation. Holsters can sometimes get really expensive. This one's made here in the US by a guy that seems like a cool dude. He makes cool content, and yeah, is what it is. So it's here. I will link down below to ANR Design, just for those of you who are curious. I feel like especially if you're left-handed, then I definitely recommend giving them a look, because that can be a struggle with finding a good holster for basically any firearm. And the big draw is not only like this is a really common firearm, right? The Smith & Wesson Shield is very common. Glock 19, 23, super common. You might be able to find some lefty stuff for guns like those elsewhere, but the fact that he works with a bunch of SIG models and CZs and I think FNs and like a pretty broad spectrum of guns that he'll make holsters for, and that he does really good work, and his wait times aren't crazy, his prices aren't insane, like I'm pretty down with it. So check him out at the link below if you feel like it. I did, as I just said, I paid for this. I just bought this like a normal person. I'm not shouting him out because he gave this to me for free or anything like that. I just think they're a good product. So take all that for what it's worth. This is my new holster for the Smith & Wesson Shield 2.0, 9mm. No, not 2.0. Sorry, it's so late, guys. Smith & Wesson Shield 9 1.0 in OD green. And it's left-handed, not light bearing or anything. I just wanted to keep it nice and trim. And it's pretty sweet. So we'll see you on the next one. Thanks, guys.